Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of The Many Sides of Voice Acting Radio, Episode 10. Now, I do apologize for the glareness that is going on in my face, because, like, why my head is so shiny. I'm sorry, it's because of the glareness that is outside. Like, the weather is so, banged up right now to a point where you can't find a good lighting, shading in the background of my phone recording this. So basically, you're going to get what you're going to get out of this. Again, sorry for the glareness because of the weather. But it doesn't stop me from talking about this, the many sides of voice acting video. Now, last week was a Christmas episode. Yumiko went through so many lengths to find herself. Now that we're on episode 10 and we're a couple of episodes away, it's sad to see this show go. Now, again, we're almost done with this show. And to be honest with you guys, after watching these entire episodes of the many sides of voice acting video, considering the fact it's a girls' love anime, like, on the Yuriness, like the citrus of the world, the bloom into you of the world, I think those are the best Yuris of all. Sakura, Trick, Yuri, I get all of that. I'm looking at this show so far, it's going to be in the hidden gems of Yuri. By that logic, this is not going to be one of those Yuri animes that you're going to be talking about. You're not going to find this. It's one of those pure, it's not as hype as the citrus, but it's going to be like hidden gems. Like if you go through all the Yuri animes, you're probably you're rarely going to find this show. You're rarely going to find this show. If you're a diehard Yuri, you're going to look it up, you'll find it. But this is one of those shows that's not under the radar as the Yuris of all time to watch. There are countless Yuri animes to watch because they're iconic. This right here, not iconic, but this is like a beginner guide to all things Yuri if you want to go hard knocks, So, now that episode 9, now we're going to episode 10. And episode 10 bring out some beautiful thing about this episode. It's not as dramatic, it's not hype, it's not crazy. This is one of those pure slice of life moments that makes us want to see this. Okay, without further ado, let's get right to it with the review of The Many Sides of Voice Acting Radio Episode 10. And again, excuse me for the glareness that is happening because of the weather. Okay, now, Yumiko with this whole recording of for Phantom is going well. It is going well. But Yumiko's not happy with her own acting. Like, she's not happy with her performance that she's given out. Yeah, she got this role as Phantom, but the way she's performing it, I feel like she's not, the way her role is, she's not happy with this role because it's not her character. She doesn't like being part of this group. Here's the thing, when you're voice acting and you're playing a role, you gotta find the acting in your blood. Truth, honestly though, fun fact, I wanted to become an actor when I thought about it in elementary school. Like, I really want to become an actor. And I started liking voice acting in middle school, And I get it, acting and voice acting is kind of hard these days because it's hard to find the right people. But again, acting was in my blood. Voice acting was in my blood too. And I love those two things. I love doing those two. I really do. Those was it's like I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of doing acting. And I'm not afraid of doing voice acting. The problem is, though, it was like, money-wise, it was so hard to budget all and try to find the right place to do acting and voice acting because it costs a lot of money. And I still want to do it. But that's my 2 cents. But but you guys get, that's the true self when it comes to acting. That's why I'm doing YouTube videos, to see where this gets me, and it's actually doing well. This much. But Yumiko, I feel in Yumiko's pain because I have felt that on my own. I felt that. So to make things better for this episode, we got this competitive, nice episode where you got all 4 of them. Yumiko, Chika, Mikuru, and Sakura. It's a long name, we'll call her Sakura. You got all 4 of them just having a good time on stage, competing, doing dodgeball, doing the script writing, just a competitive thing, just to get all 4 of them to get to know each other, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. So that's what it was. Just all 4 of them just having a great time on stage. And fans voting wise, it was kind of, then they all hang out at a bar. They all hang out. And, Mikuru, she's come a long way. From disrespecting them to now respecting them. You know, she finally liking them. She support them. She's doing everything she can to like them. So I really admire her work as not only a voice actor, but also being a best friend. Well, not a best friend. I'm gonna call her a friend. So you got all four of them sitting down, drinking, you know, having a great time explaining how the voice acting works. And I like how those two giving Yumiko some advice. I like how they giving her some advice because Yumiko has been, I wouldn't say falling off a cliff, but there are moments that she's so like, she knows what she's doing, but they keep failing. But they show moments of her trying, practice after practice, and still cannot get the job that she wanted. So for those two to sit down and help her perform and give her feedback, that's what friends do, and I like that. Now, as for Yumiko is given a big task for next week's episode. She's given a big freaking task. This is this goes to show you that somewhere in your heart, mind, body, and soul, there's acting in you. There's acting in you. This is what I've learned. Acting is everywhere. Voice acting is everywhere. Think about it. You wake up every day. What do? Stretch your arms out saying, oh, good morning. And then you go take a shower. And then you go put your clothes on. You eat. You know, everything you're doing on a regular basis is part of acting. And in voice acting, the way how you got to talk to people like, hello, how you doing? Great, how you doing? The way that's life. So with Yumiko, being that she's not happy with her own acting, she's going to put all of that into next week's episode. And I know she's going to do a fantastic job. I mean, we're 1 episode away. We're 2 episodes away. So Yumiko is going to step up, and I believe in her. But overall, though, this was a nice, peaceful episode. It was a competitive episode. Not too competitive, but it was a light, competitive episode to get all 4 of them to get to know each other. And it was a slice of life vibe all together in one. So for them to keep the pacing down, you know, with all the drama that's been going on in the early episodes, this is now the moment to be like, let's see where this goes. So I wish I could talk more about this, but again, this was not, it wasn't too crazy in this episode. It was more like a slice of life, competitive thing. Like I said, where all 4 of them get to know each other. So let's all pray for Yumiko to do really well, and I know she's gonna do a bang up job. I look forward to it. So stay tuned for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.